Hello everybody, welcome to Cape Rugby TV. It's Wednesday night and well, it's no surprise what tonight's show is about. You can see it next to me here. It's been 2 years since we've had it here in the studio, but we have had it here before, and what a pleasure to have it back here. It is the ABSA Currie Cup trophy, the oldest domestic rugby tournament trophy in the world. And I am very privileged to have a very esteemed panel on the show with me tonight. So I think in order of protocol, I'll start with the president of Western Province Rugby, Mr. Teller Wakefield. Mr. Wakefield, welcome.
Thank you, JP, and thank you for having us.
You look tired.
Very tired today. It's been a long day.
Yeah.
We started out 9:30 this morning. We just got here after visiting Mitchell's Plain in Guguletu, and it was very tiring.
Now, I'm not sure where I go next in terms of order. I'm going to go to the manager of Western Province Rugby and the Currie Cup team, and of course the Stormers, Mr. Chippy Solomons. Chippy, lekker om jou hier terug te hê.
Het is nogal lekker om hier te wees, meneer.
Jy lyk net so
Lang
moeg.
hier gewees. Ja, nee, kijk, ons was vanochtend 7 uur op die pad, meneer. En 9:30 we had our team photo.
Yeah.
And then we moved to the Cullinan Hotel for a light breakfast with some of our sponsors. And from there we moved through the streets of Cape Town for about an hour in the sun, 29 degrees. An open top bus with the Currie Cup, obviously, and it was great. It was enjoyable. It's always nice to embrace the people of Cape Town when you have success, because they are so part of the success.
Yeah, I know how much. I mean, those of us who get to meet you guys all that often, we know how much hard work goes into it. And then no stranger to Cape Rugby TV, Jerome. Lekker om jou terug te hê.
Ja, lekker om terug te wees, JP. Maar party mense moet werk ook by die Unie, so ek was vandag besig om te werk, maar is lekker om terug te wees weer.
Skumpo nou, Mr. Wakefield.
Ek luister vir hom.
But I think this is the first time that we've had 3 guests are in identical 3 shirts. So congratulations to your branding team at Western Province. You look very dapper, all 3 of you.
And Mr. Parwada has an old one on.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. I didn't actually notice that. Right, folks, well, you heard about it here now, about the fact that the team went to on the parade, and so we might as well start at the beginning. It was, of course, it has been a long year. Chips, has been a long year, right?
It's been one of my toughest years involved in the rugby, starting with Super 15 way back in November of 2013.
Yeah.
It wasn't our best Super Rugby season. It's been a tumultuous season, if I might add. It's been obstacles along the way. But I said earlier to the president that, you know, it's good that there sometimes are obstacles, because it just makes us grow stronger as a Western Province family when we sort out the problems and we draw nearer and realize that we have a similar goal in sight.
Mr. Wakefield, I mean, before your days of presidency and directorship and that, you also managed the Stormers and Western Province. How much experience, what does this do for a team when you talk about a tough year like this?
Yeah, I must admit it's very different nowadays, because the competition is much more stiffer, I would say. But the planning and the organizing and just to check each and every little detail, that's important. Other players, at the end of the day, we prepare them, or the coaches prepare them for the game. You know, they have their rigmarole that they go through, and but at the end of the day, it remains the responsibility of the administrator to see that everything is in order, everything is in place, and off you go to Australasia, which is very tough. Then you come back to South Africa, and
Yeah, it's a different world today, Jerome.
Ja.
To die destyds in die dag wat jy gespeel het, coach het, die ding is baie meer georganised deesdae, baie meer professional.
Ja, definitief, JP, het is professional, maar dit is nou voltydse werk vir mense, en dit is, die spelers is heeldag daar, so jy het heeldag die manne tot jou beskikking, en dit is harde werk, en maar harde werk, nou bewys met die Currie Cup.
Yeah, so I say no. All right, folks, let's start at the beginning then. It's been a long season. It's been Super 15, and of course now Currie Cup, the ABSA Currie Cup, and of course it was Newlands. That's where it all started, this trophy. Newlands, and winning the Currie Cup at Newlands, beating the Lions 1916 over the weekend, and it was an incredible occasion. I think we've got some highlights from the aftermatch. And I'll tell you something, if you were on the side of the field, it was absolutely incredible. The crowd just loved being on the field. Let's see what happened.
It took me 3 years to be out today. 3 years. And now. Thanks for that. Love it. It was amazing. It was brilliant, especially winning it at home in front of Newlands. The final whistle. Thank you so much. I love you more than anything. I would be working all year for this moment, and here it is. So what more can I say? Awesome. Thank you for supporting us and keeping the faith. This for you.
Yes, you know, I can't explain. It's amazing. Just the experiences, and especially at Newlands, amazing. Oh man, it's unbelievable. Especially the city at Newlands, it's unbelievable.
Listen up. What time is that? What time? Thank you, brother.
Incredible scenes at Newlands on Saturday, and if you were there on the side of the field, I can tell you it certainly was quite emotional. Chip?
JP, that was the culmination of a journey that we set out about 14 weeks ago. And we started at Mykonos with a training camp over a weekend where basically our main plan was to look at Western Province, delve deeper and go and find what makes Western Province tick. And we discovered as a team that the dizer is the one thing that we're going to focus on. And hence, as I spoke earlier about the tenacity of the dizer.
Yeah.
You know, the dizer can withstand all the toughest weather conditions that the Cape can throw, and it will survive. And it brings us back to the immense pride that has grown in this last 14 weeks. Not that we haven't had the pride over the last 100 years, but it's just something that we started again because it seemed to have withered away in the past.
You mentioned that, I mean, a lot of players weren't able to be there. Obviously some of the Springboks who were on tour and one or two other guys. You mentioned that they came to support the guys. And
yeah, Jean came to our captains and he spoke to the team, and Dwayne visited the team at the Vineyard Hotel on Saturday prior to the kickoff.
Tight bunch of guys, close friends, obviously.
Yeah, I think this team is marked by the resilience that they've shown in 2014 Currie Cup season.
Yeah.
And we can relate that to the dizer as one of the most resilient flora types found on Table Mountain.
All right, folks, well, this is what it's all about. I mean, this is what it came down to, this trophy over here. It's the Cup, and how incredible to have it here on Cape Rugby, and it's your trophy. Fellow, that's what you said today. Dis die mense se trofee.
Ja, absoluut. Ek wil glo dat die WP span almal behoort in die Kaap. Nie aan sommige mense.
Ja.
En as hulle iets wen soos dit, dan behoort daai artikel ook aan die mense.
Ja, nou, well, it's fantastic.
Aan die einde van die dag is dit die mense wat ons ondersteun, en is die mense wat vir ons die fondasie lê. Verbeel jou ons moes speel, ek het net nou in die hand 'n cricketwedstryd dopgehou, nou was nie enkel mense in die stadion. Sê ek met Pro, maar ek wonder hoe speel die man met cricket. Wat 'n gees is daar. Mense nou kyk wat saam.
Jy meen die spelers op die veld. Is seker mislik om te speel met 'n ja.
Absoluut, maar as jy mense nou sien Saterdag wat gebeur het, 46,000 mense skreeu, weet jy jou lekker ding, en wat vir my nice was agterna is toe ons die mense toelaat om op die veld te kom, om tussen die spelers in te kom, en net die oomblik te geniet saam met ons.
Ja, ek dink hy's 'n paar dreadlock short vandag. Die paar van die skare het 'n bietjie harder gekry, ja. Everybody was chasing his arm. They wanted to feel his beard. were like rubbing Sinatra's hair. It was quite incredible. All right, so we go from winning at Newlands, beating the Lions, and from there it was, of course, celebration time. So you saw what happened on the field. The next part of the rollout was literally, well, I suppose we can get the speeches out the way in a second or so, and that's where everybody got to share a little bit and say thank you to each other and get together again after the weekend. Let's catch up with now some of the speeches that happened at the Cullinan Hotel. Is this now the Tsoko son? Is there a relationship there?
Yeah, the Cullinan Hotel is part of the Tsoko group.
Part of the Tsoko group. Okay, so we were out there at the Cullinan Hotel, and the team was there, the sponsors were out there, and of course lots of speeches, and that was great fun. Let's see what happened.
Yeah, it has. After Saturday, it didn't sink in. Sunday didn't sink in. This morning, it has to sink in.
Yeah, luckily for us, I think the overflow from the last 5 games to the Currie Cup was quite significant in terms of the players we used. We changed our plans slightly. We had to rethink the way we train, the way our week looks, and we had to be quite bold in some decisions we made. And you know, it's easy to say at the end of the season when you win it that it was all the right things to do. I think in terms of that, you can always get better, you can always plan better, and you can always maybe be a little bit more liberal in your thinking. You know, young guys coming in that has not played Currie Cup yet, played Super Rugby before they played Currie Cup. So in terms of experience, they gained massive experience playing against international players and now applying it into a national competition. So guys like Kobus van Wyk, Ollie Kebbel, they came through for us, you know, which was to our benefit.
Yeah, obviously, JP, as long as we win, then Cape Town and Western Cape are happy. 13 years, yes, and hopefully we will have it the next 13 years in Cape Town. I think it means a lot for Western Province, you know, all the teams is doing well from the under 13 right up to the Currie Cup, and it's good for our union and good for the Cape Town people.
To the management team, the coaching staff, the players, you're all absolutely wonderful in winning the Currie Cup for us. I also often see Charles Brewer from DHL in the shopping centre or in the restaurant, and you will not get a more committed supporter to the Western Province team as well. And that is Chester Colby. A big hand. Let's give him a nice song. Come on guys. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Chester. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. Be part of your life, part of your journey, and just keep doing what you're doing. You're a fantastic team, fantastic group of guys, and I'll hand over to Alistair. Thanks.
Thanks, Charles. To our executive, the president, Mr. Thurlow Wakefield, and his executive members, Mr. Sam Dube, and the board members, a great thanks from the team, from team management for your support throughout the season. And then lastly, to the team management, obviously, they all the unsung heroes there, and the players, well done. Great achievement, special to win it at Newlands. And not only winning the trophy, but yet again, management, players, we've contributed and created 2 new Springboks in Sabelo Sinatla and Nizamka. So great year, great season. Well done. Thank you, everyone.
I'm not going to be long because, and I'm not going to say much because I believe the work is done. The trophy is in Cape Town, and let's get on with the show, isn't it? So thanks to the players, you were the actors on the field on Saturday. You kept the flag flying high for Western Province, and thank you very, very much. We really appreciate it. And then, of course, to the coaches, Alistair and your management team, thank you very much for the hard work. Chippy Solomon, the manager, and all those that worked tirelessly behind the team to mold them into a successful unit. Thank you very, very much.
I'm going to end off very, very simply. And I think many people who have been with me for many years know exactly where I come from when it comes to the team and the stadium. And I only have one way to end off this proceedings before we move off. And that is very, very simply by saying, Fipi, yo lekker ding.
It's not often that you see Rob Wagner that excited. Mr. Wakefield, getting Rob excited is not an easy job.
Yeah, it's a hell of a job. I mean, Rob is always cool and calm and collected, but you never see him around, you know. And to me today was totally surprised to see him up and acting as MC and just being up there with the boys. You know.
Yeah.
But I can assure you he disappeared afterwards and went back to the office.
So that occasion there, when you get together like that, Chip, what does that mean? You got sponsors there, you got people who've been supporting you, there were some other colleagues as well, friends and so forth, that came out to a time like this. And of course, that now the pats on the back and the well done boys, that all starts now.
You see, JP, the players must understand that there are role players in this whole structure.
Yeah.
And when the sponsors call on the players to be at a particular function, including yourself, it is our job as administrators to ensure that they come there and give it their best. Because without the sponsors, then we'll really struggle to achieve our aims at the end of the day. And my hats off to all the sponsors that supports DHL Western Province.
But if I look at the sponsors that you guys have got at Western Province, I mean, they're not just demanding sponsors. When they ask you to come to a function, they organize you breakfast and food, and they kind of help look after the guys to make it pleasant for the players also.
I think that's a very important component of any function for the players, to have a decent meal prior to going into action. Food's a very important component in this whole structure.
Do the guys ask, like, okay, what's on the menu?
No, they're not that full of nonsense. They accept gracefully what is placed before them, and they enjoy as much as they can.
Ja.
Maar hy manne kan nie eet, boeta.
Ja, ek het al gesien.
Hy manne maak 'n joke met 'n buffet nie.
Begin aan die een kant, maar klaar aan die ander kant. Folks, we're going to take an ad break. Still lots of highlights from the last 2 or 3 days of Currie Cup celebrations. I still have to practice the, how does that work? Do the guys actually do this, Chip? Do they actually drink out of this?
They did it a few times in the change room.
Because I tell you, this thing's quite heavy, eh? Okay, we're taking an ad break. We'll be back with you guys in a sec. Welcome back, everybody. Yes, Cape Rugby TV, it's Wednesday night, and of course we're all celebrating the fact that it's a Currie Cup victory for Western Province at Newlands over the weekend. DHL Western Province Rugby, it is. Of course, lots of sponsors and supporters behind the scenes making things extremely special. There are lots of speeches on the day, and we managed to catch up there with the MEC of the Western Cape, Department of Culture and Sport, Noma French Mbombo, and as well as Mr. Charles Brewer from DHL. Let's hear what they have to say as they support the squad.
The cup is in Cape Town. That's what matters, and also I think it's not about that. It's a Western Province who's winning. It was at the end. It's where all of us, it becomes our cup, because we see role models in these guys, and then also when we, like on Saturday, sport as a unifier, where everybody was so excited. You walk along before you even go to sit down. You see little kids with the placards, Western Province, yo, Lakadang, you know, all of those kind of things. It was really so exciting when all the excitement, there's a goal, there's a whatever, and then that excitement. Initially, I was nervous when the Lions probably have to place a ball or whatever. Then people said, "Ooh, who will say no, but it was not bad. It was not bad. I think the excitement is for all of us. Also recognizing that with the Western Province Rugby Union, they also have got more than 100 clubs within them. So I pick up also that excitement. And you have seen some now with the team now, they're coming all over in the Metro, the Manenberg, the Paarl, and all of those. We're getting there. We might not necessarily be there yet, but we are getting there, step by step. We are getting there.
Season 14 weeks, loads of points scored. I think the best team won in the day. It was a very tight final, but I think the best team deserved it. Yeah. Best ever. Best ever. We, as you know, we're associated with some great teams, great clubs around the world, from Man United to Bayern Munich to Cirque du Soleil to Formula One, you name it. Some really great stuff. But you know, I've got to be honest, from a purely personal perspective, interacting with these guys on a regular basis, they're always so humble, always great humility. They're great guys, really good team. And from a brand perspective, I mean, you saw the game on Saturday, it was really special. Yeah. Our responsibility is much more than just putting a brand on the shirt and supporting fiscally and all the rest of it and having input into what the team does, but it's much more about how we can excite the fans. I mean, again, if you saw on Saturday, we had 48,000 people in DHL Newlands. When that place is full, it lifts off the ground. And if you're the opposing team running out, it must be tough. It must be really tough when you see that just sea of blue and white. It must be unbelievable, and they're so pumped. So our role, I think we play a pretty good role in terms of trying to get the crowd, the faithful, motivated and excited, and get them going for the start of the game. Yeah.
Take that parade, and then next year, looking forward to that.
Yeah, we're going to do the parade today. I think it's a great chance for the players to wave. I mean, it's good for them to get a bit of a kudos. They deserve it. They've had a great season, but also for the faithful and the fans to see their team players, see that. And then again, they're off to Saracens next week, and then they come back and we start preparing for Super Rugby.
The MEC for the Department of Culture and Sport there, my friend Shabombo, and of course Mr. Charles Brewer, both of them very happy. Mr. Wakefield, DHL's been a big supporter of you guys. Are you happy with the sponsorship?
Fantastic sponsor, always willing to come to the party. They go the extra mile. Much different to what we had in the past, I must say, but also a very lively sponsor. And at the end of the day, they want their bit, so it's important to keep them happy. On the other hand, we also have Land Rover. I suppose we'll have some functions by Land Rover also.
Yeah.
Jogo Sun is one of our sponsors, SAB. And at Western Province, if we have a good relationship, between the sponsors and Western Province Rugby, then that's first class actually.
Yeah. All right, then of course it was that you guys went on the ticker tape parade bus afterwards. So that was the final culmination of the day's events. And we're going to have to look at this because there was so much fun in Cape Town as the guys jumped on the cut-off bus. What do you call it, Chip?
Topless bus.
Topless bus. I love that. Every bus should be topless. The topless bus, and then there was, of course, a VIP bus and a media bus, and you just went around the city and really enjoyed it. But let's quickly look at some of the highlights there. The guys really had a lot of fun. Let's see what happened.
Ah, it's great to be back in Cape Town, eh? Giving back to the people.
Amazing, my brother, amazing. I never thought the people would turn out like this, and thank you to them. They carried through the season. Very amazing. Thanks to them. Feels good. It's getting hot. Dimitri? Very cool. Very
Thank you.
It's amazing, it's a real feeling winning the Currie Cup in front of the fans, and it's just amazing to be here.
So bring your good times and your laughter too. We gon' celebrate your party with
Ja man, Faisal man, hy kap ons om te bly papa. Hy papa, hy kap ons om te bly. Hy bly in die Kaap papa.
Say again? What's it like being out here today? It's awesome being here with the fans, eh?
Amen.
Proverbs!
Listen, feeling very lekker. Eh? I quite enjoy the weather. Good fans, love it. Eh?
And would you say this is why you guys do it every day?
That actually makes it worth it. I mean, I've had 9 operations this year, and I mean I've been playing now for another month, and this makes it all worth it. Eh? Completely. Eh? Definitely like the days that you feel you want to give up. This makes it worth it.
Incredible occasion. Mr. Wakefield, the vibe, the parade, Guguletu, Kailicha, Mitchell's Plain, special.
Very special. I think in Cape Town, really, we were touched by the people because they wanted to see the players and they wanted to see this cup. We took it there, and that's why I told them, you know, the cup belongs to you because we played for you. We played for the people of Cape Town. We also played for the people of the Western Cape.
Yeah.
And there we have the cup, and this thing does not only belong to Western Province, but I will present it tomorrow to the mayor, and as a token that this is it.
This is what we brought home.
We brought it home for you.
Yeah. All right, folks. Of course, it started on the day with the under-19s, and I'm going to look around the trophy now. I'm going to bring Mr. Jerome Paardewater into the picture here. Jerome, the under-19s. So let's quickly look at some of the results there. They managed to beat the Bulls on the day without any Springbok-loaded players in that team. 33-26. The try scorers there: Kanyo Nkukana, Francois van der Merwe, and Christophe van der Merwe. Jerome, under-19s doing well there on the day.
Yeah, definitely, JP. I mean, they played against a lot of guys who played in the national under 20 team.
Yeah.
And they were the underdogs. I mean, they didn't have a good run this year. They lost a couple of games, but Saturday they really stood up and did everybody proud the way they played.
It should be nice to know that you've got those under 21s to lean on. They're going to come through the ranks, huh?
That's
3 teams, under 19 and 21s. Yeah, so
that's been part of Western Province success the last few years. I mean, in this Super Rugby, we used up to 8 under 21 players that haven't even played Currie Cup yet.
Yeah.
So yeah, our strength lies in our youth teams going forward. We sat in the bus today, the president and I asked the guys to put up their hands who's over 23. And 3 hands went up in the bus.
Over 23?
Yes.
Really?
And the rest was all under 23. That's the team that won the Currie Cup, my friend.
Incredible
So things
stuff.
are looking bright. Really bright.
Turning our attention now to the main game itself, it was of course 19-16 win for the for Western Province against the Lions at Newlands. Walking down there though, Jerome, toe ek daar afstap, toe dink ek vir myself, As if he starts this kick now, then we're going into overtime.
Extra time.
Extra time. Yeah. That's 10 minutes aside, Chip.
Yes.
Did you? I mean, what was going through your mind? The performance of the team. Give us a quickly.
No, JP. I definitely. That's where home ground advantage came in, because I knew, and it was on the wrong side.
As a
At the railway stand, and you don't kick easily. At that time, you don't kick. You have to have big BMT to do that, and I mean the crowd really didn't help him a lot. So that is definitely. I mean the crowd actually came in and they won the game for us.
They really did manage to almost blow the ball away. On the side there.
Yeah, and one good thing is JP, they didn't boo, but they just made a noise. Like I don't know what happened, but it was just a funny noise.
How much difference did that make on the side of the field? That crowd went absolutely crazy there.
Phenomenal. When Western Province plays, we depend a lot on our crowd support. Even if we play at Loftus.
Do you think do you think the fly-off can concentrate? Because it was getting louder and louder and louder.
But that's the difference between Dimitri and other fly-offs. He is conditioned to kick under pressure.
He gets in his zone.
That's why he's one of the best goal kickers in the country. If
in the world.
The best.
In the world.
In the world.
Yeah, I mean, his strike rate was something like 45 out of 47 kicks this season when they went going into the game, Mr. Wakefield?
I think we shouldn't underestimate the role that Sillier played. Flocky Sillier. He did wonders with those youngsters. I think Dimitri's average is up to 97%, I think.
Yeah.
Kurt Coleman has a very good average, and so one can see down the line also in the other teams. But I think we should also talk about the role of Dr. Henning Gericke, the psychologist.
Die kopdokter.
Exactly. Je weet, met sy aanstelling het ek gedink dat spelers begin glo later hulle kan nie meer wen nie. And this was very evident on tour. When we lost our fourth game, one could see the body language, and that night, 3:15 Australian time in the morning, I phoned Dr. Henning Gericke and I explained to him why I wanted him on board. And without thinking twice, he said to me, I am on board. I'll come. 1st of April, I'll be there. And he arrived, and one can see the result today. So apart from the coaches, the kicking coach, the cop doctor and whatever, and the director behind the scenes, just giving some extra information, advice and whatever. So this is a hell of a team effort.
Kind of a coincidence. I think the last time we won the Currie Cup down here, Gersmal was here, and we got the Currie Cup back now, and Gersmal's back again.
Yeah, and you forgot
Tip, I don't know.
you forgot to tell the people who the manager was. I was his manager. We won it twice.
You were the manager, of course.
I brought him back, and again we won it now.
Ek onthou net Corne se kop was so kaal geskeer.
Ja, het was 'n paar dae voor sy troue, dink ek.
Yeah. So it was an incredible day there. But what if we look at the game itself? Chip, we're going into those last couple of minutes there. Had you guys made any? I mean, you would have obviously given some thought to what do we do if there's extra time? Did any of those discussions come during the week?
Look, that's part of the planning going into any final. You must understand what's going to happen if the scores are level. There's going to be extra 10 minutes, and that is where your cop doctor comes in to prepare them mentally for that extra 10 minutes that they're going to have to put in.
Yeah.
And your conditioning coaches, would also give them certain tips on how to come around that extra 10 minutes. I mean, this was a hell of a tough game. That 10 minutes could have gone either way, but I still believe from the bottom of my heart we were mentally, physically prepared, technically prepared to win this game. We don't make the same mistake twice.
Yeah, we spoke earlier on, Mr. Wakefield, you mentioned as well Sillier, but the other Sillier that did really well, Pat Sillier. Jerome, ek meen, jy is die forwards, Boffin. Ons het gesien daai vorige week hoe die Lions vir die Sharks in die voorry uitmekaar uitgeskeer het. En Pat en die ouens het nogal opgehou. Wat was jou opinie?
Yeah, no, I must say, because everybody was talking about the scrum and the whole thing about Bali Swat helping them, and they're going to come out with the scrum, and also how the ref is going to ref the scrum at the day. But we stood up, and I mean, we really, the first scrum I
went
thought
against
now
us.
something, there was a penalty.
Yeah.
So they allowed, now you
Because I saw
think.
Patzel, pointing that it was almost like
Yeah, but
there was a hinge and he didn't think it was.
Yeah, he was going down and then he went up. So I don't think that was a fair penalty, but unfortunately he gave the penalty. But I think him and the founder of the season for me was definitely Alistair Vermaak.
Alistair Vermaak, yeah.
Because he was solid. I mean, to handle tight heads this whole season, what he's done.
Yeah.
And he played almost like all the whole games every time. And so him and also Pet was a different Pet than in the past. And also getting Skara back help, but he's a good scrummager. So you can never underestimate the role of the hooker also, because he's solid and he helped a lot.
Yeah.
When he's not there, then our scrum also struggle. But that whole front three was good, and it was really where the Lions think that they could, and definitely took their whole loose forwards out of the game. Our loose forwards were much better than them because we matched them up front. So it took away a lot of things of the game.
And the thing that I noticed, Chippy, maybe you can give us some insight into this, because it looked on TV that the Lions were bigger than the players. But when you looked at the scrum weights, your players are all bigger. Your front row is about the same, but your tight five is heavier. Your total scrum is heavier and bigger than the Lions, and I wouldn't have thought so. But the it's obviously what you see on TV is not necessarily the fact.
Well, we had 4 locks on the field, really.
Yeah.
You know, with Reinhard Elstedt, he's a lock. Michael Rhodes played lock, and then the 2 locks that played Cariza and what's the other lock?
JK.
JK. Jean Klein. They all 4 locks, so they're all of the biggest boys around in town at the moment. And so yeah, we were bigger.
So and the guys like on the loose side, I mean, Michael and Nizam. I mean, Nizam coming off an injury.
Yeah.
How was he? Because I thought he hadn't fully recovered.
No, he's got a strong belief in himself.
Yeah.
And he believed that he'll be ready for that final. And I tell you what, he was right as rain.
He's got an incredible mental ability. We were talking about during on the show. We were talking about during Ramadan that he didn't have any water during one of the matches. He was completely focused and disciplined in that game, like he was in a zone.
Well, he would train just as hard as any other player during the month of Ramadan. That makes him an absolutely special player.
Yeah.
Because he's so focused and hardworking, and his tenacity of purpose is second to none.
Do you think he's one of the players that he's kind of like stuck in a chord with the Cape Townian people? Like Mr. Wakefield. I mean, he's Chip. I don't know. Like I don't know, for some reason he's popped out like the hero of province.
Yeah, I think it would be very sad if he goes on tour just to carry bags.
You mean on the Springbok tour now?
That's right.
Yeah, so folks, in case you don't know it, Nizam Kar and Sibala Senatla have been called up to the Springbok tour. That's been great news for province. So 2 more guys who come, from hometown. Great for.
I would like to see him play. People will never know what his value is if he sits on the sideline or assist at the training sessions. I need to see him play, and I would like to see that Heineke really gives him an opportunity on tour.
Well, if he wants the Cape Townian fans behind him, then this is a good. Because I remember Meyer's first mistake that he made when he was the Springbok coach was not picking Siya Kolisi for the team. And I said it at the time, and we had a panel around here where we all agreed that Siya Kolisi should have been picked after, obviously, Peter de Villiers. He took over from Peter de Villiers. And I think he lost a couple of fans at that time. And sometimes maybe you have to call I'll call it alternative thinking. Because when you have the might and support of the nation behind you, die Kaapse mense kan jou ook maar support en 'n bietjie moeilikheid gee as jy wil.
Absoluut. Ek dink die Kaapse mense ken hulle rugby deeglik.
Yeah.
We should never make that mistake to underestimate the knowledge of the game.
Yeah.
They understand the game, and
And we've got to fight for our players to be in that team
at this
as well.
moment, I think the Cape Townians want to see Nizam Kar in action.
Yeah.
In the Springbok side. And
So
that
now
is what I would
I
like
must
to see
give
as well.
credit to the Springbok selectors. I'm not really sure who all those Springbok selectors are. Rassie Erasmus and Heineke Meyer and the guys that are the powers that might be at SA Rugby. Good call on you guys. Well done. We're glad to see you've got Nizam Khan in the team there. That was a very, very smart move. He's a great player, and I'm sure he's going to do extremely well for you guys.
You never knew that he was selected in the team.
Het jy nie geweet nie?
You never knew that he was selected in the team. They tried to call him on Sunday, but his phone was off. And I was sitting behind my desk reading the Saru newsletter or the Saru communication, and I saw the Springbok side has been announced. And the first name that I looked for was Nizam Khan. And I saw his name and I phoned him.
His phone was off?
No, his phone was on.
Yeah.
And he asked me, how are you? I said, I'm over the moon. He said, yeah, we won the Currie Cup. I said, it's not about that. About your selection in the Springbok team. You should have heard him screaming, "Mummy, Mummy," and yeah, I cannot believe he went mad, honestly. He just told me today that the media took his house over yesterday.
I'm sure.
I'm so glad for him, really. He deserves it, 100%.
Now, I'll tell you something from a Cape Rugby point of view, from a TV point of view, like it's been absolutely incredible. Our crew will testify to that, is that the friendliest, most helpful, always coming to the party and always talking, I think, in terms of our audience, having him talk to us, who then in turn talk to the clubs, the community. That's been fantastic. Anyway, well done, Nizam and Siabelo. We wish you guys the very best of luck, and hopefully we'll see you guys, even if you are on tour. We hopefully to see you guys on the park, and you're not too far away from us. Folks, we're going to take an ad break. When we come back, we'll take a look at the Villages 7 that's coming up, and we'll talk to Jerome a little bit about the Western Province, the National 7s that's also coming up. We'll be back with you in a sec. Welcome back, everybody. Yes, of course, in addition to Currie Cup excitement, and we're of course very proud to have the trophy here. We really are thrilled. Incidentally, one of the teams behind the teams, as you can see behind me there, Evox Advanced Nutrition, is the official sports nutrition supplier to Western Province Rugby and the DHL Stormers. Now, if you want to win for yourself a bucket of 5XL solid mass, this is your at least solid mass meal replacement. This is one of your last chances to do that. Before we go into things, just tell us, who is the official sports nutrition supplier to Western Province Rugby and the DHL Stormers? SMS the answer to 33280 and you can win yourself a 5 kilogram bucket of solid mass. Congratulations to last week's winner, Dawn Hendricks. Dawn walked away with a bucket of solid mass as well as a set of double tickets to go and watch Western Province beat the Lions at Newlands. So that number 33280, just SMS now and you can win for yourself a 5 kilo bucket of solid mass. These two kind of go hand in hand from time to time. Very nice. All right, folks, then of course, it is the Villages Super 7s at Brookside over the weekend. We can quickly look at some of the action there. It's the Champions League in Pool A, and then of course Pool B and C. So a lot of teams playing there, Marty's, Belhar and NNK and UWC. So quite a wide selection up against the Barbarians League. And of course that is at Brookside over the weekend on Friday as well as on a Saturday. So those are your leagues that are taking each other on over the weekend. But of course, it is the National Sevens Championship that's happening at Santana over the weekend. Jerome, jy ons reg vir daai game?
Ja, JP.
Games is 'n tweak daar.
Yeah, it starts on Friday.
Yeah.
Friday and Saturday. And hopefully this year we can be ready, because we every year now for the last 3 years play all semi-finals or finals, and we don't make it. But
Ricky Peterson still coaching?
Yeah, Ricky's busy with them, but they've been working hard since February. They've been working. They've been in London, they've been in Ireland, they've been in Nairobi, and they've played in a couple of tournaments. So they're well prepared, and they at the HPC doing gym and things. So they're well prepared. So hopefully this year they can take the cup.
So why Saldana? Why Mr. Wakefield? Why do we play? How did that come around?
I believe Saru has to take, I think Saru has to take rugby to the communities out there, know, and why should we have everything in Cape Town or in Wellington or in the big centres? It would be nice to have the people of Saldanha, have the people of Saldanha watching Lekker Sevens, and
Incidentally, your thoughts on the Premier's Cup that happened at Khayelitsha last week?
Yeah, I wouldn't like to go there, but it's good for them to engage in a tournament like that.
Yeah.
Sort of keep them together, and but we should have a more structured way of organizing this.
Yeah.
And I don't like last minute things, and really they must come beginning of January and say exactly what they want, where they want to play, how many teams and whatever, and we can assist.
But a lot of heritage going back there, the
Yeah,
Steve
definitely.
tournament, lots of participation, lots of interest in the tournament.
That's right. There's always a hell of an interest in the tournaments,
Yeah.
played out in Langa or Khayelitsha, and I must applaud the guys, they are very enthusiastic. And hopefully next year we can have a more structured competition.
The next couple of weeks for the clubs, a lot of end of year functions and so on.
Oh, yes.
Your schedule is seker jam-packed.
Absoluut. Jy weet, ek maak net een speech en ek is so bly ons het die Currie Cup gewen en net oor die ding praat.
Ek weet jou stress levels nou, want die jare is goed vir jou.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to mix and mingle with the clubs. We only see them at meetings and things like that. We hardly get a time to sit and discuss certain issues in a relaxed way. So this week I'll be at Rugby Universals, and
at Rugby.
Rugby Universals.
Okay.
They have their end of year function 31st of October.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I couldn't go to Franschhoek because it's on the same day. But there's still a lot of appointments after that, and it's good for them to enjoy themselves,
Yeah,
after a tough season.
It's fantastic. I think there's going to be a lot of calls for a lot of people to do a lot of visits. Chaps, you probably got your first call from Kels River straight away. Hulle het vir jou gebel gesê bring beker.
Yeah, they've been spoiled. Mr. Wakefield was the manager, and when they won, they always had the cup at the club. And we had it there 2 years ago as well. They did indicate, the captain asked me, "Meneer, gaan ons hier Karibeeke?" Toe sê ek weet jong, ek is in London.
But I think it's unfair because if we take the cup to one club, we need to take it to all the clubs.
Yeah, it's difficult.
Well, maybe we can do a club roadshow. Anyway, we are taking the cup to all the clubs tonight. There you go. It's gone to all the clubs tonight.
It would be nice, because if a club has its function to have the Currie Cup there, but who's going to look after the damn thing? It's better for that article to remain in the office.
You can melt this down for quite a lot of this gold. It's quite gold.
Yeah.
Gold in here. So baie tande maak.
So that's why I rather prefer to leave the thing at the office.
Yeah.
And but we shouldn't take it to one club only.
Absolutely. Chip, waiting from here, you guys off to Saracens apparently.
Yeah, we've given the guys off for the rest of the week after today's activities, although we still have musculoskeletals taking place tomorrow and Thursday.
Musculoskeletals.
Yeah, the medical team go through the whole
It's a new guy coming to play for us.
Okay, yeah, I heard about him, yeah. Apparently he walked right through the x-ray machine.
But generally,
he's super fit.
Generally off until next Monday. They will resume training Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah.
And then on Thursday afternoon at 15:30 we fly off to Johannesburg and then off to London.
Okay, so
we play Saracens on the 9th, Sunday the 9th.
One game?
Just one game.
And then a couple of days to relax a bit and you're back?
No, one day and then we fly back Monday evening.
Yo.
Well, I'll be celebrating my birthday in London. First time that I do this, but my daughter will come from Luxembourg to meet me in London, and the two of us will celebrate.
Well, I think
so
you
it's
need
an
a bit of a
opportunity
break.
to see her as well.
Yeah.
The only thing is we leave on Thursday. And we're back on Monday. So once again, very tiring, just in and out.
In and out.
And then in January, I think we have an invitation from Leicester to come across. Yes, to come across to London again. So there's,
You're Currie Cup champions, I'm sure you're going to have a call. Jerome, wat vir jou nou? Wat gaan jy nou? Ek meen ons gaan nog natuurlik aangaan met die show, baie clubs en so, maar
volgende week begin ons weer met die klub toe Vodacom manne wat op 'n conditioning program by die HPC maandag en woensdae aande by die HPC. Chippy weet daarvan.
Ek is
begin maandag en woensdag.
Chippy weet niks daarvan nie, meneer. Dit was nie op die schedule nie.
Dan werk hulle tot in Desember, vroeg in Desember, dan is hulle klaar. So ja.
Yeah, no, thanks.
JP, I can just tell you that there's a total commitment.
Yeah.
By Jerome, them and the coaches and everyone in Western Province Rugby to create a happy union. And I'm glad that they're going to start with the club to Vodacom program, because we need some more club guys, and we have them out there to play in the Vodacom team, because that is their first entry into professional rugby. So thank you, Jerome.
I think the guys have done an incredible job. Folks, we're going to call it a day. Chippy, thank you very much for joining us. I know you look absolutely tired. It's been a long night for you. It's late to say.
If I may say, I was coerced to being here tonight with the president to protect the Currie Cup with him.
So we drive in the same car.
We drive the same
JP, just from my side, I think I must thank all the people for supporting us.
Yeah.
Without their support, we are zero.
Yeah.
We're nothing. And I just want to assure them that they are valued supporters.
Yeah.
We always think of them. We always think how we can improve things to suit these supporters. Yeah, it's been a long day for me as well. We're off to Wembley, the two of us. So have some nice sponsors.
Oh yeah, no,
So you hit home
Whopper
about
for
10
me,
o'clock.
Whopper and a double hot dog with chips, please. All right, definitely the Whopper has to go. Jerome, ons sien jou miskien volgende week weer.
Ja, definitief, JP.
Right, folks, there you go. Cape Rugby TV time. How proud are we to have the trophy with us? From a Cape Rugby TV point of view, we're super proud to be associated with Western Province as the official broadcast partner and be able to say that we have the luxury of having this trophy in the studio with me. On my side, I must just give a big thanks to the guys behind the scenes at Cape Rugby TV. Sadiq Bardin, who's been filming, who's been working his backside off, making sure that we get you the best of shots and going club to club, which I think he's kind of enjoyed, that experience of meeting the people out there. Tabet Nasruddin, our vision mixer, who's done incredible work bringing you the show. And Nadia van der Bank has joined the team now, and Devald Kemp as well. So to the guys behind the scenes of Cape Rugby TV, and of course the channel itself, Cape Town TV, thank you very much. You guys have done an incredible job, and without your support behind the scenes, Cape Rugby TV probably wouldn't be able to keep doing what we do. That's a wrap. We'll see you again next week, same time, same place. Have a fantastic rugby weekend, even if you're not playing. Go to the awards, and of course the sevens. Bye-bye.